So I'm really hoping now that my story, my questions from this week actually all show up. So I'm gonna be like double and triple checking. But anyways, if you're new to following me on here, make sure you check out our disclaimer under my highlights that this is for informational purposes only and should not be used as medical advice. If you have any medical concern, please see your doctor or a lactation consultant. All right, here we go. Okay, so this can sometimes happen when a baby is given a pacifier too often. This is not necessarily the case, but a pacifier should only be given to a baby when they're tired or colicky. So if they're always just given a pacifier when they're just, laying down or after they eat, then they could look at it as like this isn't really fixing anything. So when you do actually need them to take a pacifier, they could reject it because they don't see it as helping them in any way. Other than that, if you are giving it to them at all the right times, it could just be that they're just not a fan of it. There's just some babies that just aren't fans of pacifiers, and they might just suck on their hands or fingers instead. Yes, breastfeeding for 10 minutes on each side is completely normal. As long as you can tell your baby's growing and is satisfied after eating, that's totally normal. If you notice her continually avoiding one side, check to make sure that it's not a medical reason. Sometimes they will avoid nursing on a certain side if they have an ear infection or something that's bothering them on that side. But if you notice it just every once in a while, it's probably not an issue. And she might just prefer a side, totally normal. So as long as you can see she's having enough wet diapers and she's growing, you are probably fine. Okay, so I'm going to attach this awesome interview I did with Kristen Sarando, who is a lactation consultant from Florida. She talks all about tips for latching. I also highly recommend you make an appointment with a lactation consultant. You can do them all online, so with everything going on, you can do a virtual consultation. So I would definitely look up that as well, because that's going to be your best help, is getting a lactation consultant to see what you're doing and assist you with that. Okay, it sounds like your baby might be on a nursing strike, and this can happen for many different reasons. And the nursing at night makes sense because a lot of babies that are on strike will do it when they're really tired. So that's one way to make sure they are still eating. Okay, so a couple of things that you can do to help with this. Get rid of all distractions. So make sure you're in a dark room, nothing that can distract them, no loud noises, very quiet. Also, you might want to go get checked to your doctor. So I worded that really weird, get checked to your doctor, but bring your baby in to get checked by your doctor and just make sure it's not a medical issue. There are sometimes reasons like thrush that they might be refusing to nurse because they could be in pain. Another thing is to nurse in motion, so maybe walking around, having them on a baby carrier can also help with maybe a distracted baby as well. Also, that being said, skin on skin contact, so having them in a baby carrier or nursing with your shirt off can help kind of create that connection around nursing and kind of also get rid of that distraction kind of feel and have them focus on breastfeeding. Okay, so this could be a couple different things. At 3 weeks, your baby's going through a growth spurt, so they're just naturally a little more fussy when they're growing and going through developmental changes. Also, you mentioned the baby's gassy, so the baby could just need to be burped more in between feedings and just need a little bit more help, especially at 3 weeks. They don't really know how to control that yet. Also, it could have to do with the milk flow. So if the milk flow is too fast or too slow, you'll find sometimes your baby gets a little fussy from that. So you can try positioning your baby a little bit differently to slow down or speed up the milk flow and see if that helps a little bit. As always, we do Q&As every Thursday. So hopefully I will get to some more questions next week. Hope you guys are having a great day and staying safe out there.
If you're not following us yet, be sure to follow us at Mommy Knows Best on Instagram. And remember, if you're watching this and doubting yourself, you are a great mom. So thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next week.